Hello and welcome to Catholic Kickstarter. My name is Stephen Fleming, and today we're asking the question, is religion for religious people? And today's guest, we have Natalie, who is an amazing woman, and she is a mom, she is an evangelization officer, and she also is a Catholic speaker. And I'm really pumped for this, and I hope you are too. But if you are new to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe to get more great content like you are about to see. Without further ado, let me hand you over to Natalie. And I suppose it brings us to our first question, because I'm sure as you're going around the diocese, people are asking, isn't religion only for religious people? And as like you're going about your work, or maybe even the BBC when you're on the radio or with Catholic Voices are going to ask that question, isn't religion for only religious people? How would you respond to that?
Well, I think religion should be is of interest to us all. We've all been designed with a desire to know God. The Catechism is really clear about that each of us, whether we know or met God yet or not, we have this hunger and thirst inside us, which can only be I wish I would have prepared the quote now, but the Catechism says that hunger and thirst can only be filled by God. And we go around trying to fill it with everything else, with shopping, drink, drugs, lots and lots of things, because we have this emptiness inside, the hole that can be only filled by God. So, and that is written into the hearts of every human person. So I think often laity can feel a little bit inadequate when they see somebody who, such as a religious sister or a priest maybe, who have been so bold and have granted their whole being to God. They have been so gracious and they've really stepped forward, and they think, oh well, they're the specialists. They know God more than I do, and they've dedicated their whole lives to Him. And that is just like such a huge blessing for the whole world, really, that we have these religious communities. But we are all called to holiness. If I don't know whether anyone listening knows any of these documents, but there was in the Second Vatican Council, which was back in the late part of the last century, there was a look at the universal call to holiness, and this universal call to holiness is for all people. So we're all called to be holy, but we all have our own vocations where that holiness is lived out and appears in different ways. But I think what I was talking about at the very beginning, when I said about, well, when I grew up, I felt, and I honestly did feel, that Jesus was living in the house with us. My mum would speak about Jesus as though He was sitting next to you when you were eating your dinner. That was how it was. And it's our duty as all people to bring Jesus out into the world. No, Jesus, it's very important. The parish and the church is really important. But we go to the parish, we go to the place to be fed by the Eucharist, to take that out into our homes, into our communities, and into the actions we live in society. So it's important for us all to be conformed and understand our faith, and not just rely on the wonderful religious communities to do that for us.